All right, fans of music, welcome back. It is Dave, the Real Music Observer, observing real music in real time for real people just like you right there and just like me right here. So, when I stick up for one guy, everybody thinks I'm diminishing the other guy, all right? And this has been going on since I started doing mega commentary on the entire Journey band, their situation, the offshoots of Journey, whether that be Journey Through Time, Revolution Saints, whatever. It just seems as though I'm constantly talking about one guy versus another guy, and as soon as I do that, I get a whole boatload of commentary back to me about the guy that supposedly I was disrespecting. Let's be clear about Steve Perry. He is the best, okay? He is the best. And I don't say that grudgingly. I don't say it reluctantly. I say it because it's true. It's demonstrably true. Steve Perry had, past tense, had the best voice in rock and roll for many years, and some would just say he's the best vocalist in rock music, period. So when I started talking about Arnel, people immediately thought I was inferring that Arnel is somehow better than Steve Perry because he's lasted longer in the band and so forth. And there is something to be said about showing up for work. Let's just be clear. Steve Perry decided that he couldn't work anymore based on his injuries at the time. He could have jumped right back in and decided to get the hip surgery and tell the band when that surgery was going to happen, and they probably would have waited for him to return. Both parties couldn't come to an agreement there, and Neil Schon and Jonathan Cain wanted to move forward, and they did. Eventually, Arnel Pineda joined the band, and he's been doing this now for, 11 years now. We're in the midst of the 11th year, and Arnel is singing. He sang last night in Cleveland. He's going to sing again when the band shows up at their next venue, and he's there, folks. And the people who love Arnel have a special place for Arnel in their heart, okay? Just to be blunt. Steve Perry fans, they have a special place for Steve Perry in their hearts. I would say this, though. Arnel he's an active participant right now. He's actually in the game. Steve Perry's been out of the game for the last 20 years. So it's kind of like me being a big fan of, say, a baseball star that played 20 or 30 years ago. You know, I'm a Red Sox guy. It would be like me rooting for Carl Yastrzemski, okay, or Jim Rice or Fred Lynn right now, just incessantly talking about Fred Lynn or Wade Boggs, all right, 20 or 30 years after the fact, even though there are guys out there now who are leaving it on the field every day, okay? And after a while, you're like, hey, your dude is like retired and hasn't been playing. He was great. He was probably one of the best ever back in those days, but he's not currently in the game. See, this whole thing boils down to speculation. When will he get in the game? Can he get back in the game? And I think he's answered those questions by his actions, people. So just to wrap up this video, and the reason I'm doing it is because people accuse me of being pro this or pro that. I just observe and I come up with my own conclusions based on observations. You can agree or disagree. That's what is great about this platform. But I would just say to all those folks who are being unnecessarily cruel to Arnel Pineda, chill out a little bit. Again, it's just music, and music is subjective, and Steve Perry has chosen the life that he's chosen, and really that's the end of it. All right. I'll be back soon. Stay tuned.